Hi guys, welcome back to my channel or whatever. You know, you're tuned into Hair by Nardia, and I hope everybody's well and trying to take it easy, keep their nerves calm. We're almost through George Orwell's 2020. If it went over your head, that went over your head, that reference, right? But read George Orwell's 1984 to get what I'm talking about. Anyways, the reason I'm making this video today, I'm thirsty. Water makes you so thirsty. So, as I was saying, the topic of today's video is marriage is not just a piece of paper. Contrary to popular belief, it is not just a piece of paper. And I will be telling you guys why that is today. And I will also be sharing with you guys examples of how that was, how it showed up in my life, basically, right? So, I feel like we live in a generation where nobody really wants to commit to anybody. Everybody and their mama is a savage. Everybody and their mama is like dealing with multiple people. And I'm not just talking about like dating multiple people, literally screwing multiple people, right? Whew. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not even no real judgment to anybody, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't think that's the best thing to do at all, especially for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you believe in like soul ties and exchange of energies and spiritualness, during sex or whatever, right? So basically, I just want to encourage women out there to not allow society or people to basically rob you of what you deserve, basically, right? And I would also like to encourage the gentlemen out there to do better, okay? If you can't make her a wife or don't want to make her a wife, don't make her a baby mama. I'm tired of baby mama culture. And this is not a shitting on single moms or baby mama videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? More power to y'all. Literally, single moms are some of my greatest inspiration. My mom was one. Especially single moms of multiple children. I don't know how the fuck y'all do it. I got one, and I just want to pull my wig off and set it on fire half the damn time, sometimes, right? Especially now during quarantine. And by the time I came back from Florida, literally, you guys, my daughter's after school program, right here's itchy, I don't want to miss my makeup. My daughter's after school program, which is like a day program now, it's full. So, yeah, ain't no break for me. But she about to go to her father for Christmas, so I'm about to take me a little month and, chill or whatever. But anyways, getting back to the topic, right? Marriage is not just a piece of paper, okay? And the number one reason why I say marriage is not a piece of paper is, for instance, I don't know if anyone remembers, back in the day, I think it was like '04 or '06, something along there, right? Circa '05, something, right? It was back in the day. I know for sure it was like probably 15 years ago. So there was a case of this man where his wife got sick. I'm not sure exactly how she got sick, but she literally ended up in a coma and was put on like a breathing machine and stuff. Long story short, the machine was the only thing keeping her alive, right? So the husband wanted to pull the plug. Her parents did not want to pull the plug. And it's like, I felt for the parents because I feel like, shoot, don't pull the plug. Because I kind of feel like, dude, I would legit, I don't know. I kind of feel like people could wake up, right? And people do wake up, so I understand a parent's need to not pull the plug, or their want rather. However, this then went into the courts, okay? And the husband and the parents went back and forth, I think for a couple months, if not a year. But I honestly think this thing was dragged out maybe 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, long story short, if I am not, I'm pretty sure this is what occurred, right? The fact that that was her husband trumped the fact that her parents wanted her to stay on life support. So I think the plug did end up getting pulled, and the court did side with the husband because now he is her legal, not guardian, but legal, basically someone that can make, what is it? Last of kin, kind of, right? But not exactly. What is it? It's basically someone that can act on your behalf, right? So, and mind you, you don't know if during pillow talk they discuss this and maybe the husband is trying to fulfill her wishes or something, right? So that's literally one of the most important reasons why. When it comes to a life and death situation, if you are married, your wife or your husband gets to make that decision, not your family, not your kids, not your mama, not your daddy. It is your wife or husband that makes that decision, okay? So make sure you choose wisely, okay? And secondly, the next reason why marriage is not just a piece of paper, you guys, is because, for instance, there was one time when this is a personal example, right? When I got I was at Amway IBO or whatever, right? So it's like I got a little check because at first me and him signed up together. So long story short, I got a little check, a little chump change, chunk or whatever, but I needed to change it to buy some diapers, right? I could not get in touch with him at the time, because we were like going through a little rough patch and we had broken up. I think that was like the first time we broke up because I'm gonna get into my marriage one of these days. It's a hot mess. But so basically I needed a check to be signed. I could not get in touch with him. And literally, you guys, the lady at the bank said to me, she was like, wait, isn't that your husband? I was like, yeah. Then she was like, you can sign on his behalf and still get your money. Because I told her, like, he's not answering the phone, I can't reach him. So she told me that, and you know what I did? I signed my name, I signed his name, cashed that check, and boom, my baby had diapers, and I think we used the money to buy a little bit of food as well. You feel me? Had I not been his wife, I could have not cashed that check without him signing it, right? Or if it was a check, if it was the other way around, he could not cash that check without me signing it if we were not married, you guys. Okay? So, no, it is not just a piece of paper. You know what is just a piece of paper? The lease or the mortgage y'all about to sign by not being married. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just a piece of paper. But marriage is not. Like, and I'm not even trying to come from no religious standpoint or nothing, right? Because, like, for me personally, I do look at marriage as sacred and look at sex as sacred. And I don't think sex is something you should just be throwing around willy-nilly at all, right? But I'm not going to sit here and be like little Miss Stiffy or whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, not everybody is religious. Not everybody give a damn about all that other shit. So whatever. But from a legal standpoint, okay, me being a law student, I went to John Jay College of Criminal Justice. You know what I'm saying? And studying the law, learning how to think critically and having a liberal arts education, it's like common sense could tell you want to protect yourself, okay? The next reason why marriage is not just a piece of paper is that I'm going to tell you, for instance, when I was giving birth, right? In New York State, I'm not sure what the rules are in your state and or country and or dimension or universe, aliens watching. I'm just kidding, right? But like, I don't know what the rules are there, but here in New York State, if you are not married, in order for the guy to sign the birth certificate claiming to be the father, right? You have to bring in a witness that know you guys and know of you guys' relationship and know for a fact that's the father, right? You bring in a witness, everybody present their IDs or whatever, and then before giving birth, you sign these papers to basically so that the dad can get his wristband and you can get your wristband and the baby can get their wristband because the maternity unit at Brookdale Hospital where I gave birth in Brooklyn was a closed unit. So you had to have the wrist thing to get up in there. So basically that would have been what we had to go through if we were not married. Being that we were married, you guys, literally all we had to do was bring in our IDs and bring in our wedding certificate and our marriage certificate rather, and just give it to the people then. All right, and then boom, we get the wrist things, right? So just that alone was super easy. And not for nothing, I also think that they treat you better in the hospital if you're a married mother, like as fucked up as that sounds. I've heard like horror stories of teenagers going to give birth and people just being super mean to them and just being rude and not respecting them. I've heard single moms giving birth and same story. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate and it's really sad, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, that's how probably some people are or whatever. So basically, it's like they had to give us our full respect, so to speak, right? And one thing I do respect about my baby daddy slash husband, soon to be husband, because we getting a divorce. He about to be my ex-husband. On to the next, honey. But I'm gonna tell y'all why one day when I'm ready to share that, because I've been through a lot. But he said to me when we first met, right? Like me personally, I felt like I was ready to become a mom, right? It's like when I met him, I wanted to have a baby and he wanted to get married. So we just met in the middle, right? But I'm glad he did that and made a quote unquote honest woman out of me, right? Without sounding like elitist and all that shit, right? Because I'm chill. I'm chill. Ain't nothing wrong if you a baby mama or whatever, right? Just don't be on no dumb shit getting pregnant every fucking year knowing goddamn well you can't afford them kids, sis. It's not cute. Stop that shit. I said what I said. And bro, stop getting these bitches pregnant knowing damn well you don't want them or their damn kid to take care of them and be a man. Cut the shit. Okay? It's too much fuck shit and not enough nah, don't do it. So I'm telling you, nah, don't do it. Okay? So honestly, I am super glad that he grew up super duper religious, right? So it's like where he grew up in Trinidad was kind of like a cult, I guess. So basically they were like a super religious cult. Well, I guess that's what some of his family called it. But they were a part of the Abrahamic movement in Trinidad or whatever, right? So he grew up super duper religious, reading the Bible, singing hymns, and literally, I think he said he grew up until he was like 7 or 8 without like electricity or some shit. Because they lived in like some secluded wooded area or some shit. Like literally. The women had to wear long skirts. I think they had to cover their heads. And I think his grandfather was like the leader of them or whatever. And they're still there today. Okay. So he grew up super duper religious. Like I grew up religious. Like I was a PK, pastor's kid, right? But more like an elder's kid. Stepfather. Yeah. The one I told y'all about in that story about punching somebody in the face. That one. Yep. So, anyways, but I never was super religious personally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not. However, he said to me, you know what? You should not make a woman the mother of your child without marrying them. You know what I'm saying? So I guess so basically we got married, and I guess that was his reasoning aside from young love, puppy love type shit, right? So I guess, like I thank him for doing that. You feel me? And then the next thing, when you are a wife, I think they take you more seriously in court as well. Okay? Like, especially when you go to do stuff like child support, right? Like, for instance, and I mean, this could be a wife thing, but I'm not sure if it is or not. But, or maybe it's just the decision the judge made, right? So it's like when, during one of the times when we separated, excuse me, we, over the years, we've dealt with other people, we got married at like 21 and 24. So long story short, young love, doing dumb shit, fools rushing type shit. So long story short, we dealt with other people over the years. So one of the persons he dealt with, they had a kid together, right? Love this little boy, he's such a sweetheart. Andrew, if you're watching this, I miss you, boo. Like, call your sister. But he's such a sweetheart, you guys. Like, seriously, like, how can you hate an innocent soul? Like, I could never. And he says I'm pretty. Like, he told my daughter, he's like, Alana, your mom is so pretty, and started laughing. And she said he said it again over the summer. So he gets brownie points for that, okay? So, like, how could you hate an innocent soul, especially when they're telling you how pretty you are? So now they went, so she took him for child support. I took him for child support as well, because he was super dusty. You know what I'm saying? But I was young and dumb. I married for love the first time. The second, if I ever get married again, you guys know I'm getting married for money. Feel me? I'm gonna love him too, because I'm a loving person. But his money gonna be set different, and I ain't even gonna let him know I love him like that, because that's when they start acting up. Keep them guessing. So they went to child support, and the judge granted me child support, but didn't grant her any child support. Another judge didn't grant her any child support because I guess he claimed he was disabled or whatever. So I guess they were like, he's disabled, he can't pay child support or whatever. But then the judge I got was like, you could pay a little something, little chunk change, right? So I got child support. So I don't know if it was because it was a wife thing or what, because like, since I'm doing my divorce myself, because, being a scholar of the law, I ain't left the courtroom since, honey. I've been in and out of court since 14 years old. I ain't never left the courtroom, honey. Feel me? I got a couple cases coming up next year too. 2 cases. Feel me? I might share that with y'all one of these days. But I'm always practicing, right? So I figured I could save some money by doing my divorce myself, and then I could get some practicing in the courts. Because, for when I fit for the bar, like, trying to be, what I'm saying, ready. I'm trying to be ready in the courtroom. So, boom. So now, I legitimately, I had to go to court to get the child support order and custody arrangements settled, because you have to do that before you do your own divorce or whatever, right? That has to be situated. So I've been working on it for a couple of years now, and yes, it's taken a while, long ass time. Okay, so remember, I've been married since I was 21 and I'm 32 now, so do the math. So I'm ready to get the fuck out of it and move on with my life. God bless him. It's really no animosity, you know what I'm saying? Like, to date, he is actually doing pretty good. The little chump change the judge arranged for him to send, he's sending more than that, which is amazing. And he's also sending child support to the kid all as well, Andrew. So You know, he's evolved. He's getting less and less dusty, but I still be a choo choo. You know, I still be sneezing. But you know, he trying or whatever, right? And he's at least sending money on a regular basis, especially right now with COVID and me losing my income as a landlord. So it's helping out tremendously. So I just say that to say this: marriage is not just a piece of paper, you guys. Like legitimately, and I do want to make another point as well. Thirsty, y'all. This is what happens when you drink mad water. Like, you be getting thirsty and you gotta pee a lot. Damn it. But my skin gonna be looking nice. Actually, I'm having the best time with my skin these days, you guys. Like, aside from my chin got like acne scars here. But I'm about to get me one of them derma rollers with little pricklies and roll the shit out of it. I'm not playing. But the rest of my skin is really good. Okay. Oh, and let me show y'all my makeup today. You already know. Hairbynardia.com for me to get you some lashes. Ow. If you're in Kingston, New York, we can make arrangements for you to cash at me and come pick these lashes up, honey. I'm here. I'm here. You feel me? And this is our synthetic wig, right? Yeah. Yeah. I hope the back look cute. Listen, Lord. But this is our synthetic wig. I know, right? It looks like human hair, but it's not. And it was like literally down to there, you guys. But I had to cut it because I slept on the damn curls, and one side got like the curls dropped because I slept on it. And then the other side of curls was okay. So you can clearly see this is the side I slept on, and this is the side that's not slept on. So the basically the hair got tangled or whatever, so I had to cut it short. But if I didn't sleep on it and took better care of the damn wig, it would have lasted long. I do plan on getting a box of synthetic wigs for people in Kingston. I will probably be selling them for like $60 each because it's synthetic, right? So I'll let y'all know about that. But and I think I'm gonna see if I could add synthetic wigs to my website as well because I don't think they're up there yet. But anyways, the next thing I wanted to say about marriage is not just a piece of paper, is the fact that, all right, for instance, if you die, God forbid, I mean, we all gonna die one day, but you get what I'm trying to say, God forbid. If you die or your spouse die, then basically, if you guys were married, you or your spouse is entitled to everything you own, from from your house, your belongings, any money in your account, literally you name it across the board. Okay? You would be entitled to that if you were married, right? If you were married legally or like in certain states, and I know in Jamaica they have like they had to make laws to protect common law wives, right? Or common law husbands, which is like basically you've been together so damn long that y'all just married, but you don't have the piece of paper, right? The marriage license or whatever. So I know in Jamaica, I think the law is if you've been together with a person for like 10 years or some shit, you are a common law wife and you're entitled to stuff, right? But this is what I'm trying to say. Marriage is not just a piece of paper because if you were in the event of your passing, since I'm a wife, I'm going to be speaking from a wife's perspective, right? If my husband was to pass, anything that belonged to him would automatically go to me, okay? His kids couldn't get it, okay? His mother couldn't get it, his father couldn't get it, his sisters, he got all sisters, they couldn't get it. The baby mama, she couldn't get shit neither. None of their ass could get shit. I would be the one getting everything he owns, okay? You feel me? So it's like being a wife in an event like that, you automatically rise to the top, rise to the cream of the top. You crop or whatever. You get what I'm saying? You rise to the top of the first person to have access to their belongings and or accounts, properties, etc. Right? So marriage is about protecting your legacy, especially as a man. Okay? Like I would love for us to get back to the stages where men actually build legacies and not harems. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna build a harem, take care of all them bitches. Take care of all the kids, bruh. Like, it's not cute. It's too much fuck shit, not enough, not don't do it. Like, can we get back to the days when we protected legacy? Like, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's just crazy. You feel me? And it's like some people would be like, why would you want to get married? And I'm like, for me personally, you damn right. I want to protect myself. If in the event your ass die, I'm not trying to have to fight your mama, your daddy, your cousin Boo Boo down the fucking street, Tutu up the road, Zuzu down around the corner for your shit. No, Boo Boo. I was the one that sat here, stroked your ego, right? And other stuff, right? Aside from all of that, what? I literally most probably helped you got to where the damn point you are in life before you died, right? And even if I did not help you build, which no woman should be helping no damn man build. If you build with them, they will leave your ass. So don't build with no nigga. Anyways, so you stroked his ego, you rubbed his back, took care of him when he was sick. You know, if you're more of a traditional woman, you may have cooked, cleaned, took care of the household. So all that work and all them years you put in, you finna just let that shit go down the drain and you don't get yours, right? So it's literally about protecting your legacy. It's about protecting your spouse, and it's about protecting your families. I mean, families, but and it's about protecting your properties. You know what I'm saying? So I literally don't want young girls to fall for that trap about marriage is just a piece of paper because it's totally not. And a lot of the stuff I'm telling y'all may not have even known. You feel me? And I told someone, for instance, the story about the signing the check thing. And he said, wow, I didn't know that. Because we were having a discussion about marriage is not just a piece of paper. And I broke that down to him and he was like, wow, I did not know that. And I'm like, yeah, marriage is about protecting your legacy. Marriage is not just about love and all of that. Marriage is also a business. It is a partnership, okay? Like, it is a legal binding contract, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all, don't get married unless you're serious about staying together because right now I'm trying to get the hell out of my divorce and I had to go through so much shit. And the stack of my divorce paper is so thick, y'all. So thick. I started it, but I don't know when to finish. I don't know. I'm lost. Like, I'm going to get the papers to show y'all how serious this is. I'll be right back. Okay, so there's some Skittles. Y'all know I love me some food. If you don't know now, you know. But, I don't know where the hell it is, but it's somewhere around here, okay? So I'm gonna show y'all my songwriting notebook, right? So you see how thick this is? Imagine the divorce papers being like this thick. Maybe 2 times the notebook, maybe 3. But I'd probably say 2.5 times the notebook. This thick, right? So, and I'm telling y'all, they are asking everything. They're literally, the questions they're asking is 2 questions short of your blood type. It's 2 questions short of will you submit blood to get divorced. Literally. Like, it's so much shit to do that literally a part of me just feel like paying a damn lawyer. I'm gonna tell you no lie. I found a lawyer, price wasn't too bad, but I was like, you know what? I'm cheap as hell when I'm ready, okay? Especially shit I know how to do. It's like I know how to do hair. So 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna pay nobody to do my hair. Like sometimes I wanna sit in the salon chair and just sit back and just sit there and relax and do my hair, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do my own hair. And plus I don't trust people to give me the look I'm trying to achieve. I know how to do my own makeup, so why would I pay a makeup artist? Unless it's my birthday or something, right? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Or if I got it like that, but I ain't got it like that yet. And I could do it myself, so why would I waste money? Common sense to tell you that. So anyways, that's why I'm doing my own divorce, right? So if I do find the papers before I post this video, I'll just like insert a little 2 second something at the end to show y'all, right? But I'm just saying it's like super serious, okay? And divorces can get expensive, like for real. So the next thing, marriage is not just a piece of paper, because anything you own, I would say that's probably the truth in most places in the world. Like anything you own is like 50% belongs to your significant other if you guys are married, right? Also, or in theory it does, okay? Like for instance, if you have, and it's usually stuff you gained during the course of your marriage. So it's like whenever you get married, if you bought a house or became a millionaire, whatever the hell happened for you, your spouse is entitled to have that, right? So it's like a property, for instance, okay? You feel me? And when it comes down to like, all right, like if you guys are getting divorced and you own a property, literally, if your spouse wants to go after that property, it's like all their legal right to go after your property or your belongings or whatever, especially if they're in a position where you make more money than them and or you were the primary breadwinner and they're taking care of them basically, like they were your dependent, right? So you have to think smart out here and strategic, right? Because it's kind of like perfect example, with, like the Wendy Williams situation, right? When her Dusty came for her full throttle, okay? Wendy is a very smart woman. She a messy bitch. She messy, and I like her. I like Auntie. You know what I'm saying? She be cracking me up or whatever. You know, and she's not too mean. She's actually quite entertaining. However, she was smart as fuck, y'all. You know what she did to protect her mansion in Jersey so that that Dusty could not motherfucking touch it? I'm gonna tell you, she legitimately turned her house into an LLC. That is how you get around that little thing, because there's always a loophole. If it's one thing I learned from going to John Jay is that there's always a loophole. Okay, if it's one thing I learned studying the law is that there's always a loophole. You have to find it and exploit the hell out of it. You feel me? So she found her loophole. So she put her house into an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation. And basically, when you make like your business, oh, and if the person, excuse me, if you own a business as well, that person can demand to get half of that or have your business audited to see how much it is worth so they can get their half, right? So one way to do that, again, is to turn it into an LLC. Oh, damn nail. Oh, I'm so sick of painting my nails, you guys. Like, seriously. COVID, literally, damn, I'm so over it. I'm fucking over it. I'm trying to turn the pandemic into a plandemic, but like, I'm telling y'all, this year has fucked up my finances so much so I can't even afford to get my nails done right now. But boy, I got bills to pay, important stuff to do, food to buy. Anyways, enough about the struggle life. You know, it ain't really a struggle, but you know, I'm not where I want to be yet. So, a limited liability corporation basically means that it's literally what it says. It limits your liability, right? So, long story short, when your business or your home is an LLC, people can't go after it. They can't touch it. It's one sure way to protect your business and your property is to make it an LLC. Because if you were to get sued, they can't go after your business or your property. Or in the case of husband and wife, if they want to divorce you and take half, they cannot do that because it is a corporation, an entity on its own that exists by itself, right? So they can only go after your personal property. You feel me? So out in these streets, you gotta move smart like Auntie Wendy now. You feel me? I actually have an Auntie Wendy and a sister Wendy too. And I'm really trying to think, you guys, like if there's anything. Excuse me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I am missing. You feel me? I'm not sure. If I think of anything else, I will come back and record specifically more. But I feel like I gave y'all 5 to maybe 7 reasons why marriage is not just a piece of paper. You feel me? So I would really encourage you to not let nobody play you, not let nobody rob you of your legacy, your children's future, nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to protect yourself. You feel me? And it's just, it really breaks my heart to see so many women, myself included, you know what I'm saying, that's been through hell and back trying to raise a child on their own. Like, although my daughter's father has stepped his game up and he's doing much, much better. Like, for instance, he kept her for 3 months over the summer. That was amazing. Okay? Like, I came back feeling more refreshed, right? Excuse me. So, he's gotten better, but like for the first 5 years, it was really patchy between communication with her or even seeing him, and then he got his own place a couple years ago, finally, praise the Lord. So now she can actually go visit him and spend some time, and his other kid can too, So it turned out that he wasn't a great husband. He was an asshole baby daddy to the next lady too. But as a father, he treated the woman bad, I would say. Terrible, especially me. But as a father, he's really amazing and he does a great job. And I have to say, like, wow, I did not make too bad of a decision. Like, I feel like I could have made a better decision, absolutely, in retrospect. But I'm never do too bad, isn't it? So I'm all right with that. So, listen, right? I'm gonna tell y'all, comment, share, like, tell a friend to tell a friend to follow me, or I'm gonna follow them. Let me stop. I'm not gonna bully you guys, but it would be really sweet if you did. And comment below, low, right? And all my social media handles are below as well. So yeah, like, make sure you do that. And if you need some hair, lashes, edge control, what else? Hair, lashes, edge control that promotes growth, okay? See my edge. Don't mind the light, right? Whatever. Don't mind the light. I got a little something. But it really assisted in helping me to grow back my edges after dyeing my hair for years, okay? And now my edges got super strong. They did. But then there was a little situation. My wig got I'm gonna tell y'all my story one day. Lord. So yeah, my edges got ripped out. Okay. So I had to start over again. So they're coming back in. Okay. So yeah, basically, don't let nobody deter you from what is meant for you. Okay. Don't let no man devalue and think all your worth in this world is to be a baby mama. Absolutely not. And young girl, especially young girls, young teenagers, I'm talking to you, sis, and auntie, cousin, mama, I'm talking to y'all too, especially if you have not had a child yet. Do not allow a man to impregnate you without marrying your ways. Tell me you want a ring, and you want a ring on it. What, left hand, right? This ain't my wedding ring though. Threw that shit out. These are just my personal rings. But my ring is in the gutter somewhere in Brooklyn, probably in the sewers. The Ninja Turtles done found it. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just seriously, you guys, dead ass. This is really important for me. Like the cycle must end. You know what I'm saying? Like although my marriage did not work out, I did break the cycle of my grandma, my mother, and me being the third generation from them. I broke the cycle. Okay, so I'm proud of myself. And 10 years later, I don't have any more kids. I only have one, right? And if I am to ever have any more children in this world, I have to be married, period, or else I don't want them. I'm sorry, I don't want the ass. You feel me? And it has to be like a workable marriage. That's why I'm telling you, the next time y'all hear me getting married and or having a child, you have best believe this man is a millionaire or a billionaire and I'm calling it into existence. And I'm not gonna be paying no bills and I will not be working. I'm already not working for nobody yet. You know, I have my own business and shit. And I just started hosting Airbnb and I've been a landlord for a couple of years. So I do me. But I don't want to have to do none of that shit. I don't want to have to worry about shit. I don't want to have to worry about what we're gonna eat, if we'll be able to go on vacation and get a rest today, if I'll be able to even sleep 20 fucking extra minutes. Like I don't want to have to worry about shit. You feel me? Like if I get married again, I want my husband to be able to afford a nanny. Okay. One that travels with us preferably, okay? And I'm not trying to cook or clean neither. Bitch is tired. I've been cooking and cleaning my whole life. No, nigga, I don't even want to drive. I want this man to have so much money that I could walk out and say, Alfred, you know, without clapping, because that's rude. But you know, I'm gonna be like, Alfred, bring the car around, please. And I'm gonna walk out looking like a bad bitch. You know, my Louis Vuitton or, you know, something nice. I'm gonna be walking out just looking like some trophy wife shit. Like, that's what I want in my life. And no, it is not out of my reach, okay? Every 10 minutes, another bad bitch is gifted a penthouse and a Bentley. Why can't that be me? Why can't that be you, sis? Why can't that be you, cousin? Why can't that be you, niece? Why can't that be you, mama? Auntie? That could be us. It should be us. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Like, and it took me so long to raise my standards, raise the bar for myself. And and it's kind of like I got to the point where I didn't want to be here forcing him to be someone he's not. Like, it literally clicked in my head one day, like, dude, he's just not the go-getter type that you are. Like, he's the type that thinks money doesn't matter, and I'm the type that knows money matter. The fuck? Without money, you can't do shit in this world. Nothing can be done without money, right? So it's like we're in two different lanes and two different mindsets. So it's like I'm not gonna blame him no more if he can't be the man I want him to be. I just want better in my life, and hence why I'm getting the divorce. And he treated me terribly, you guys. Terribly. Like toxic, abusive relationship level, terrible. So I want no parts of that. And put on top of it, you trying to be in struggle love? Oh, hell no. Something gotta give, goddamn it. You feel me? Something got to give, honey. But yeah, if I think of any more reasons, you guys, that marriage is not just a piece of paper, I'm gonna come and tell y'all. But yeah. Hi guys. So I came back real quick, and yeah, I just wanted to say this real quick. My bed is not made because it's the middle of the night. I'm about to hop back in it, but I forgot two very important things, right? As to why marriage is not just a piece of paper. Now, bear with me, kids, bear with me, okay? So that's really why the laptop is just being held this way real quick, right? So we could just say what the heck I want to say real quick. So, another reason why marriage is not just a piece of paper is, for instance, when you are filing taxes, you can file jointly, or you can file, jointly, or you could file like separately, or married but filing separately, or married but filing jointly. Long story short, married but filing jointly will get you more. Are you listening? More. Do I need to say it for someone in the back? More on your tax return, you guys. Like, legitimately, don't set yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I to date have not, unfortunately, benefited from that. You know what I'm saying? Because with the whole child support thing, like, I didn't want them to be able to go off of my income simply because I was married to him. You know what I'm saying? Because we've broken up and made up over the years, and I'm finally getting my divorce. So this time is different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And the next thing is, what I realized is, when there was a stimulus check that came, I had the option of, if I filed as married, like, let's say if I filed by myself, I would get like 2,500, or no, 2,000, right? 2,000, yeah. Because it would have been 1,500 for me, 500 for my daughter, and then it would have been, ooh, check out my light fixture, don't mind the roof. The person that was doing the thing did not paint it, ghetto ass. Anyways, renovations. So, if you were married, you would be entitled to 2,500 or something, or close to $3,000. So just off of being married, you would get like 500 or $1,000 more, for instance, in a stimulus check. And I know for sure, like, if you file taxes as a married couple, like, you're entitled to certain tax write-offs, I think, and certain tax benefits. Okay, so like, marriage is not just a piece of paper. And the next thing that I could benefit from being a wife, my soon-to-be ex-husband, my husband was in the Navy, the United States Navy, when we first got married. So with him being in the Navy and we still being married, even though we are not actively married, I call what we are passively married, because we're married on paper. We are just not actively pursuing a relationship to continue. We be amazed. Oh, so we're not actively pursuing a relationship, so we are passively married. When we're together, we are actively married. When we're working on a future together, right? So, because he was in the United States Navy, I am, right? You like my bed, you guys? Oh. Because he was in the United States Navy, I have the right to benefit off of his GI Bill. which could help pay for schooling of damn near any kind, I think. Like, for instance, I want to go to law school eventually. And I think I could use some of that GI Bill to go to law school because I am his wife. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing too, when you are married, the military gives you special benefits as well. I'm not sure if you get paid more or what, but like I think they do give you a little more money if you are married when you're in the military. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's about it, you guys. Like I'm done now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say, y'all. So yeah, you know